Good morning, students. This is your Maths 1 online teaching session. Let us continue with our 7th chapter, that is statistics. In today's session, I'll revise all the important points that we have already learned and solve few sums based on it. We have learned data, that is, data means a set of given facts in a numerical figure. Now, whenever we collect some information for some purpose, it is nothing but data. We have also learned the two types of data, that is primary data and secondary data. Now, primary data means that where an investigator is himself collecting the data, correct? For example, a class teacher collecting the height of students or weight of students of her class. The investigator is himself collecting all the data. That type of data which is collected is called as primary data. Then what is secondary data? When the investigator is not collecting the data by himself, he is relying on some other source, okay, that is called as secondary data. Then we have learned about the different terms that are used in this chapter, that is class. When the observations are divided into suitable groups, each of the groups is called as a class, right? Class limit. Each class is bounded by two figures which are called as class limits. For example, 6 to 10. The figures on the left side. Now 6 to 10, if it is a class, I have grouped this, okay? So this is called as a class interval. Now in this, the number written on the left hand side is the lower limit, while the number written on the right hand side is the upper limit, okay? Now these were the few important terms that you have already learned. What is upper limit, what is lower limit, then about class. We have also learned about class width. If you remember, class width or class size. Yes, that is also called as range. Now what was that? When the continuous classes are given, the difference between the upper class limit and lower class limit is called as a class width. Okay, so make a note. If you have not written it before, make a note of all these important points. Range is nothing but formula upper limit minus lower limit. So if I give you any class interval and I ask you to find out the class width or range, you will simply subtract the upper limit minus the lower limit, you will get the answer. Okay, right. Then we have learned one more formula of class mark. The definition is the average of the lower limit and upper limit for a given class is called as class mark. Now average means you need to add it and divide it by 2. So the formula is lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. Okay, so these were the few very important formulas that we have already learned. Now based on this, I have taken few MCQ questions from the problem set. Okay, so problem set 7, question number 1 is write the correct alternative answer for each of the following questions. Okay, the first question is which of the following data is not primary? Read the question properly. Question asked is it is not primary. I have already told you that there are two types of data, primary and secondary. Now primary data means the investigator himself is collecting all the data, while secondary data is if we are relying on someone else, we are not doing that process by ourselves, we are relying for some other source for that particular information, then that data is called as secondary data. Okay, now see what is the question asked here. Which of the following data is not primary? Not primary means we want a secondary data. Okay, let's see the options. The options are by visiting a certain class, gathering information about attendance of students. B is by actual visit to homes to find number of family members. Then to get information regarding plantation of soya bean done by each farmer from the village Talati. Review the cleanliness status of canals by actually visiting them. Okay. Now these four options that are given to you, from this we want to choose the correct option. The question is it should not be a primary data. Okay, primary data means actually by visiting. See the first one, by visiting, so it's a primary data. Second question is also, second option is also like that, by actual visit to homes, so this is also primary data. Last option is review the cleanliness status of canals by actually visiting them, again it is a primary data. So out of these four options, read the third one, to get the information regarding plantation of soya bean done by each farmer from the village. Now we are getting the information from there. We are not personally going and collecting the information. Okay. So which one is a not a primary data from all this? Option C. That is secondary data. I hope you have revised and understood it. This session we will only revise whatever we have done in the previous 3 sessions, and based on that I have selected few MCQ questions. So the first one was based on type of data. I hope you have understood it. Let us move to the next question. The next question is, what is the upper class limit for the class 25 to 35? Now this is a class interval that is given to you, 25 to 35. Question asks us to find the upper class limit. Let us see the options. Options are 25, 35, 60 and 30. Now I have just now defined upper class limit and lower class limit to you. Yes, that each class boundary is being bounded by two numbers, like one of the number which is written on the left hand side, that is called as lower class limit. The number written on right hand side, that is called as upper class limit. So question asked is, what is the upper class limit? So number written on the right hand side, the greater number, which one is that? 35. So out of this, which option will be correct? Option B, that is 35. Correct? So this is based on the definition what we have learned. I hope it is clear. Okay. Then let us move to the next MCQ. The third one. What is the class mark of the class 25 to 35? Now class mark, I have given you the formula for this. What was the formula? Upper limit plus lower limit upon 2. We have to take the average, right? The options are 25, 35, 60 and 30. So these are the 4 options. Out of this, which is the class mark of the class 25 to 35. Now don't be in a hurry. They are not asking you lower limit or upper limit. They are asking you class mark. If you can't orally find out, you can show the working also. Now what type of working is required? We will write the formula. Class mark is lower limit, lower class limit plus upper class limit upon 2. Correct? Now lower limit is 25, upper limit is 35. You need to add this 2 and divide it by 2. So 25 plus 35 upon 2. When you evaluate the value, you will get the class mark. Let's see. See, 25 plus 35 upon 2. The total is 60. So 60 upon 2 is 30. Out of this 4 options, which one is the correct one? Option D. I hope you have understood this. See, in exam also, if you feel you can't do it orally, you can show the working in the paper also and get the answer. It can be asked as a 1 mark question or as an MCQ like this. Okay, it can also be asked as 1 mark solve question. So this is about finding class mark of any class interval. Let us move to the next question. The next question is this. If the classes are 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, then in which class should be the observation 10 be included? Okay. Now, this is based on those 2 types of class intervals that I have given you, continuous class and non-continuous class. Now look at the observations that are given to you, the class intervals 0 to 10, then starting with 10, 10 to 20, then again 20 to 30. It is continuous class. Yes or no? And I hope you remember, in continuous classes, what was the concept? That you need not include the upper limit. You include the lower limit, but you should not include the upper limit. Okay. So for 0 to 10, correct? For 0 to 10, should I include this 10 in this? For 0 to 10, what is the lower limit? 0. This will be included. 10 will be included? No. Why? Because 10 is the upper limit and it will be included in the next class, that is 10 to 20. Okay. Now 10 to 20, what will happen? 10 will be included, 11, 12, 13, 14, everything, and till 19. 20 will not be included. Where is 20 then? 20 is in the next class. This is the meaning of continuous classes. We have already learned, yes, continuous classes and non-continuous classes. Let's see the option for this. The options are 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 0 to 10 and 10 to 20 in these 2 classes, and 20 to 30. Now as I have told you, 0 to 10, what is the question asked? In which class should the observation 10 be included? Now 10 is not included in this. These are continuous classes, so upper limit is not to be taken. This 10 is included in this class, 10 to 20. Okay. So out of this 4 options, which one is the correct one? option B, that it is included in the class 10 to 20. I hope this concept is clear. It is based on the definition of non-continuous and continuous classes. Okay. When the classes are continuous, then what is to be done? Suppose I have the classes like this. Now this is continuous. Suppose the classes are not continuous. Like I have 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10. Then what is to be done? 1 also is to be included, 5 also is to be included. Both lower limit and upper limit has to be included. 6 to 10, here also 6 also has to be included, 10 also has to be included. This is for non-continuous classes, but the question given was continuous. So you need to include this 10 in this class, 10 to 20. I hope now at least this concept is clear to you. Okay. So with this, I come to the end of this session. In this session, I have just revised the important points that you have already learned and solved few MCQ questions. I hope you have understood everything. This is a very important chapter. So please write it, and I hope till here you have understood everything. We'll continue in the next session. Thank you.